Hello everybody. It's been a while since I made an update of my Gunpla hobby. Yeah, so actually a lot of stuff has happened. I'll try to make it brief as possible. You can see my P-Bandai order did arrive like last week actually, but I didn't make the video. I didn't even start building these kits yet. I have so many kits it's not even funny. But I'm just not gonna buy P-Bandai ever again. If I do, I'll probably just get the bootlegs honestly, because they're way cheaper and much more easy to get. Like you don't have to. Uh, it's like pre limited time pre-order, $10 shipping, etc. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of annoying. But the bootlegs, you can buy like a bajillion. Well, not a bajillion, but yeah, basically, they have once they make the bootleg, they keep on making it for months and months, maybe even a years. I don't know, but yeah. One of the company did shut down JMS, so maybe we should buy them all before they're gone forever. I don't know. Anyway, try not to ramble. And there we go. Start off with massive rambling, but yeah, Zaku Desert Type. And honestly, I do not like these P Bandai boxes. I guess it's the show. It's premium, but it's like it doesn't. It's like there's no color, full color. It's yeah, it's just mono color or whatever. It's not as cool. I mean, I guess it's more exclusive and stuff, but I prefer the regular boxes. But honestly, I'm not gonna keep any of these boxes. Probably I'll just, I don't know. I got rid of all my boxes from before. So the Desert Zaku does have water decals, and I didn't even build the bootlegs yet. So the Goof Star Flight Type has the decal, so I'll just try test it on that first. And I probably need to get the decal softener and setter to help improve the durability of the decals and stuff. GM Sniper, I do have the ground GM no grade and the master grade, and I missed out on getting the high grade Universal Sentry, but this one, all right. The master grade ground GM actually has the sniper rifle, which is interesting. And here we go. It actually has water decals, regular stickers, and a gem sticker or whatever. It's for the scope. Yeah, so small package. That was the first package. And then I started working on the no grade GPO1. Well, I already started, right? This is continuation from last time. You can see one side, I did my best to get rid of the seam lines. Eh, it's okay. And those pieces I didn't build yet because I'm trying to build these first because the shoulder and the chest goes on top of the legs and arms. So yeah, a little bit closer look. But this plastic cement is shiny, so it doesn't look like a. This one you could definitely tell huge difference. I mean, this one isn't super pretty, but it's way better than that. And I try my best to even this out while this one is completely misaligned. The fist, the hands isn't really, there really isn't that much to, like I sanded, but didn't really do anything. And yeah, mostly the sanding removed the sheen, so it's not as shiny. And for one of these, I ended up messing up the front ankle guard, so it's kind of like all chipped and damaged. But that's okay. First time for everything. And then huge, massive Girlpla order. Oh wait, no, this is not even it. This is the first one. This was from Amazon Prime, Amazon, because it was like 11% off. So on Amazon package, it was just the one Girlpla. First Girlpla of many. And then I tried doing some advanced technique sealing this gap. I tried running the runner against it, but it didn't work. It felt like it was damaging it, so I ended up just cutting up pieces of the runner and gluing it on top. And then I finally figured out what this thing is for. The reason why they tell you to remove these things is because you make a runner stand. Kablamo. It only works for like small kits. I guess you could double up, put like two, three. Maybe I don't think you could put three runners in each, but maybe you could put two runners in each one, so it'd be up to 8 runners, like front side, back side, to reduce the amount of damage. And then after extensive sanding, massive amounts of sanding, Yeah, definitely. It definitely filled the gaps. It's just that I can't get rid of the middle. It's not like perfectly level. So we'll see when I paint it how it looks like. Yeah. And then I tried doing a different technique where I just put the plastic cement on the runner and it definitely sealed the gap. But it's not like perfectly smooth like this one. And lots of plastic cement wasted probably. But that's okay. And then I finally did glue the beam rifle. And then here's the mega massive Goonpla order. Girlpla or Goonpla. You got the air. Right, we're gonna about to go through each one, right? You got the Gundam aerial. I actually started watching The Witch from Mercury, but I'm not really paying attention because I'm too busy painting and building my Gunpla, right? And then where do you got we got the Hyper Gyanko. Yeah, I wasn't interested in it before, but you got two reasons why. All right. And I mean the point of the getting the Girlpla is to customize my own, but I can't really customize with her unless I take her head. I could try swapping her pieces out. I don't know. And then we got the figure rise standard diver Ayami. This one was a little bit more expensive. Also, all these kits were on sale, by the way. That's why I got them. There's a 15% sale. And in addition, some of these Girl Plus was also additional 50% off. Yeah, so this one has actually two torsos. So even though this one was like $26 or maybe $24 after the sale, it was still kind of pricey. But I mean, it's about the same as the 30-minute sisters, but it comes with two torsos, so it's actually decent value, good value even. I only need the torso and the head to make some gunpla, right? And then we got the build fighters, giant Gatling. It shows like three different guns, but you only get one. It's just that you could do different customizations. Like you could do like that with the barrel detached or whatever the thing the guard on the top or remove and stuff like that. And here's the Spinatia, the 30-minute mission, so this will be the second one, Reaper type. And Spinatia Assassin type. These two were cheaper than the Acerby. I don't know why, but maybe it's less plastic, but it's not as cute, that's for sure. But you can make more. So these two are definitely more mechanical for more mechanical conversions for sure. And then here's 30-minute sisters, Lirinel, color A. So basically, it seems that the skin tones is color A, color B, color C. Maybe they'll so that way when you're buying the option parts, you can know which one combines with which. Maybe they'll make more color types and more body types. Honestly, Gooners need bigger, everything bigger. How about some different size, the muscles and the chest and the legs and the hips. Stuff like that. Exactly right. And maybe some with abs. And then this. So I only got one 30-minute sister. This is gonna be the full kit. These cost like $30 each. That's kind of crazy. Well, not, I mean, it's just that compared to high grade kits, the most expensive ones with like 7,000 bits, like twice this box's size, is $30. So like this comes with barely anything. I guess it's just like the Gooners pay more, I guess. All right. And now I'm one of them. Ah! And then this one is just the body. This normally is like $18, but it was on sale for $12. So yeah, it's just the body and extra head, right? But there's no nothing on the face. I think it comes with water decals. I'm not sure if it comes with two chest options or that's just like hopefully it's two chest options so I could, do some kit bashing, custom kit bashing with putties and stuff like that. And then another body option. So I guess this one has less stuff because it does like this one. It's the body, but also has all these extra pieces. I guess that's what it's saying, right? You got the body, and then you got these extra joints, and well, I think they're supposed to all come with these, but you got these extra heads, and maybe these joints and the extra chest option, hopefully. But this one is supposed to be, yeah, it comes with those. It's not joints, but like the ring circle or whatever to connect their pieces, right? But doesn't have the head, doesn't come with an extra torso, I mean the chest or whatever. And then this one, color part B, color part B. All I got was color part B, but she's color part A. So when I put it together, it's not even gonna match up. Oh well. And another color part B. Again, these were actually, they were like these two and this one, oh, color part C. They were like $5 or $6 each. They're normally $10, so they're on discount, so I picked them up. And then we got some action bases. Now we got backlogs for Gunpla, Girlpla, and action bases. Humongous humongous. I didn't really touch anything. I'm still working on that new Gundam. Try to organize, and there's no room. So some of the Universal Century kits are over there, right? These four are down here. And we got the Seed. I didn't touch those. The Gundam Wing, and now we got Build Fighters and Aerial Gundam. So this is all the Girl Plus stuff. 30 minutes missions. Maybe I need to put something over there. So, oh my God, that's probably destroying the heavy. Well, it's not that heavy, luckily. And these are Girl Plus and the action bases, I think, something like that. Yeah. And continuing the GPO1, I finally did work on removing the seam line for the head. Yeah. And I think this is the show. This panel line is completely gone. It's like or non-existent. But over here, I just used my hobby knife and cut it up a little bit so it's a little bit cleaner, so it'll be easier to panel line. And again, here's the V fin, and I sharpened one edge, and I sharpened the other edge. All I did was just use a knife and just cut away slowly, and then sand the rest. And then for some reason, it was really hard to. Well, I mean, not for some reason, but it was hard to sand the beam rifle because of all these tiny pieces. I guess I need to cut out my sanding spudge or get like tiny sanding sticks or something. But yeah, to sand those areas. And then like yeah, some of these parts, the cement I couldn't sand away, and I just gave up. It was like screw it, I sanded enough. Yeah, over here is really. I guess maybe I put too much plastic cement. And then that's what it looks like. It's sealed, but it's not perfect. And then I gave it a wash because to get rid of all the sanding dust. And then continuing the new entry grade new Gundam. And then I was like, you know what? Let me forget about the new Gundam. Let me start painting it. This was actually last weekend, I think, priming it. Or was it this weekend? I don't even know. I honestly lost all track of time because, I have random days off from work, because I work too much. Not really, but, I like to relax. And then, so first it's kind of unwieldy, so I put this just in case any paint drips, it'll just fall onto the uh, towel paper. But I since stopped doing that because I noticed the paint really doesn't drip anywhere. It just flows down the piece. So I stopped being as careful. And then you can see, so it's gray surface primer, but it looks white. And it barely covers the blue pieces. Even on the white pieces, it has bad coverage. And you can see like it's very um for the shield I used the white paint marker. So does it look better or worse? I don't know. But definitely not good. Oh no, no, this is the primer. Later on I'm going to use the white paint marker. But yeah, it's not very good and it's not very even. Maybe I should have did a second coat. Maybe I should have thinned it and did a second coat. And what is this? Is this the same picture? Maybe. I don't know. And then I went ahead and did the second method where I'm just running the runner against it, and it definitely sealed it, but there's still like a gap. And then we got the. Did I start painting yet? No, this is just the primer to let it dry. And this is just to show. This is the piece that I've been using to seal the gaps with, and I'm gonna keep it in this little nub jar here. It's not even a jar, but it's just a metal container. But yeah, I'm gonna keep these. I can use it to try to melt to seal the gaps, or I could just save it when I get an extra bottle of plastic cement. I can make my own sprue goo, and that'll be a lot easier. And I've been rambling so long for this video, I think. But continuing with the new Gundam, I was taking breaks. I was doing half and half. It's just a slow build. And then I could have finished this, but this is one solid piece, so I decided to follow a tutorial, cut it in half, and they said drill the holes and do a paper clip. And my wire cutter is like 50 years old or something because it couldn't cut for shit. And it was really rusty and end up bending it. And this hole is mostly fine, but this one is completely off angle, so that's, yeah, definitely an issue. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but this one is completely damaged. It it's popping out of the plastic, so I don't know. In the long run, is it gonna fall off or something? But honestly, the pin, it doesn't even need it. Yeah, I don't know why this tutorial said to use the pin, but I would just wanted to practice using the pin, honestly, because when I need to repair stuff, that's what I'm gonna have to do. So I have to be more careful with making sure the pin aligns itself. Okay, so yeah, this is the show. This is how it's supposed to look. It's like indented, like it's because it's like a cross or something, cross section, plus sign. Yeah, it's not supposed to be filled out like that. That's being bursted. It's bursted out. And then I end up damaging this side too because I'm trying to force this paper clip in. Yeah, this side is completely, here you can see clear as day, completely demolished because it's like going at an angle like there. And this one is mostly straight, but still has a little angle over there. And then yeah, it fits, but I had to like yeah, it is definitely way too much effort. Definitely next time just cut it in half and maybe sand it, shave it a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. So you can see I just adjusting it. So you can see that yeah, it's two separate pieces. You can adjust them now. This this one I don't even know how long it took me. I didn't even keep track. I mean, it's roughly again the same 20 minutes between the pictures of the pieces, but of course there's additional time or customizing and stuff. And then I started painting the GPO1 with the red. The red wasn't too bad, but because I thinned the paint, it's just flowing everywhere. Even went into the panel line. And then I went ahead and painted with the metallic pen marker. It actually wasn't too bad, even though it's like such a small area. But you can definitely see I did get some everywhere. And I got some over here on the red eye, and then yeah, it kind of messed it up. But that's okay. It's such a small detail, you're not even gonna notice probably. And yeah, I already painted. It's hard to tell, but that's the metallic gunmetal. It's really shiny. And for this one, I used the pen marker with the display pen marker, white and blue, and you can see tons and tons of brush marks. While these, I mean, you could definitely see the brush marks, but like at least the white for the metallic, it looks fine. The red looks okay. I think darker color is easier, but this one is darker color. I think it's smaller surfaces, right? Like them, yeah. And then just another picture without the lighting. Close up on the face, although it's not very good. Close up on the metallic pieces. And then I started painting the gray. I don't have gray paint, so I just mixed some black and white paint. No, I tried to do like one drop of each basically, but it's not very consistent because the droppers, like I think they have different sizes, and sometimes there's bubbles, so I can't tell if that's just a bubble or just a trap. I mean a drop. So yeah, but I did a few coats of this and turned out pretty good. Remember, this was completely blue before. And yeah, after the second or third coat, looks pretty good, right? And then I went ahead, yeah, now it's completely finished. I did like a third or fourth final coat. I should paint this yellow actually. And then I went ahead and cross hatch with the white part and it looks okay. Well, because of the bright light. Once you remove the light, it doesn't look as bad. It doesn't look as good, but yeah, actually it looks really good right now because the bright light. Like honestly, all the white pieces look fine under bright light, but once you remove the light, it looks really bad. And then I went ahead and painted over the Mecha Blue with Titan Blue, but I tried adding some white to make it more brighter, but did not work at all. It just made it more like grayish. So I probably should have added the light blue to the Titan Blue, the sky blue to the Titan Blue to make a more medium blue or flat blue. And then this is more gray paints, but this is clearly not gray. It's like really dark. So maybe I didn't add enough white paint this time. It's like really dark. Or maybe it's the lighting. And then the new Gundam, just wanted to take some pictures to show before and after, right? And then I used the black and white to make a gray. I meant to make a light gray, but it ended up being dark gray, so it's barely any different from the Micron pen panel liner. But it definitely makes it easier to go into these tiny crevices. You just use a fine detail brush over here. Yeah. And then cleaning up, you just wait it for it to dry, and then you can use a Q-tip, rub all over it. And some areas a little bit tougher, you could always use the toothpick. Because it's basically, once it's dry, it's basically a pen you can, you make paint, you can scrape it off. And then I tried the gray on the dark blue. I mean, you could see it, but without the lighting, I could barely see it. So you can see it's not very clean. So it's probably perfectly fine on dark plastic for like a weathering kind of thing. But I don't want to do weathering. And I tried comparing the new dark gray versus the old dark gray, and is it any different? I really can't tell. Like this is without the bright lights, so it looks kind of similar. Like this one is darker, but that's in the background with in the shadow, so maybe that's why. But like honestly, they're both pretty dark gray. Like now in this picture, these don't even look like dark gray. It looks like black. All the like this one somehow looks darker than that one. I don't know. Shadows and lighting and all that stuff. And here it's much more darker, and you can without the bright light, you can definitely see all these brush marks. They're still there. And then I end up swapping to the sky blue as a panel liner. I just mix it with some water. I didn't clean it up yet. Did I? Is that considered clean up? I think that's considered clean up. Oh, geez. Once you took the picture, it looks so ugly. Because you zoom in, like from a distance, it looks perfectly fine. But geez, maybe I didn't clean it up. I don't know. And then I went ahead and removed the face and paint the metallic green areas. I did remove this part first because I didn't remove at first actually, so I got some metallic green paint on like over here. So yeah, that was dumb. I was afraid I couldn't remove it, and I had the yellow paint to the Vulcans, of course. But like the metallic and the yellow Vulcans is barely visible, especially the eyes are like completely sunken in, hidden, and the this thing half of it is hidden away. Did I clean this up any better? Not really. I guess not. It's still kind of ugly looking. So it's like blue weathering instead. But I did have the red thrusters and gunmetal, metallic gunmetal on the exterior. You can't really tell. It's not as shiny as the metallic silver. And then red again. What I did was the pink underneath and then the red. And you can't even see this part, so I didn't bother painting it. Metallic gunmetal and then the pink and then red and then the blue panel liner. So yeah. Just a close up to see if you can get it. Yeah, it's still not that shiny, honestly. I maybe I should have did the metallic silver instead. But I want to so because the metallic gunmetal is more like metallic gray, metallic dark gray. And then let's see, I went ahead and painted the yellow on the shield, even though it's not supposed to be. And this is actually a mix of 2 drops of yellow and 1 drop of orange. I did my best to match this color. I'd say it did okay because the yellow I have is much brighter than this, and the orange is much darker. So first I did yellow and orange, and it was kind of too dark, still orangey. And then I did a second drop of yellow, and yeah, it looks pretty similar. So I painted this area, and this area. You could definitely tell because it's so sloppy. And I went ahead and painted these pistons, even though you're barely gonna even see it. And these, I didn't even paint this part. I probably should have. Whoops. And I'll showcase that later, I think. Yeah. So I actually did the blue panel lining on here first, but then I looked at the pictures of the new Gundam. This is actually red, so I went ahead and did that. And I had left over the sky blue panel liner, and I didn't want to waste it, so I just put it in here. Probably should have did light gray instead, but that's okay. And then I took a picture before. Oh. And then I took a picture again with the sticker. I probably meant to delete those ones, but whatever. And there's a little gray paint over there. So in the front, you got the sticker, some paints over there and here, and the panel liner. And you got the sticker, the paint over here. You can't really tell, but there's some panel lining over here, right, once you zoom in. And from the back, I did my best to clean it up. It's still nasty looking. So here's the thing, I didn't thin the paint this one, so when I went to clean it up, it just like completely destroyed the paint job, so like screw it. So I went ahead and did a thinner coat, but I didn't want to damage it anymore, putting more layer. So like when I was cleaning, so the thin coats, you can scratch it with a toothpick, easy cleanup. But with the thick coats, or maybe I waited, I was too impatient. So when I cleaned it up, it ended up damaging the paint job. So I had to touch up on it again. So yeah, at least you can see these red parts over here. And the side, all you can see is this. You can barely even noticeable. That's gray. That's a dark gray. That's like a purple gray, light gray or something. And again over here, trying my best to have some color separation. And this, I was looking at the real grade new Gundam, and that's how it looked. And then I tried using pencil as panel liner, so it's gray. So I don't have to mix paints, but honestly, I'd probably need to sharpen my pencil because, I mean, from a distance, it's not too bad, right? But when you zoom in, you can see I missed so many spots. So I don't know, is it better with the darker color, darker gray, or the light gray from the pencil? I'm probably just going to use the micron pen, maybe, or have to sharpen the pencil. We'll see. Like here's the dark gray panel liner versus light gray pencil. Yeah, same thing on the other side. It's definitely lighter compared to that one. And now I'll have to figure out if I want to do those panel lines. But really, there's not that much panel lining left. All right. Super long video because I had so much stuff I had worked on and bought so many kits. And then, yeah. All right. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.